But what is the target to 22?
Target is 100% by 2050.
Oh, really?
100% of energy.
You mean 100% of energy supply should come from the clean energy, like
the clean
electricity,
energy
like
by
solar?
2050.
Yeah?
By 2050.
That's great. More
Most
than
of-
140,000 buildings. we have.
More than 140,000 buildings, and most of these buildings, I would say, they are designed based on the older
Yeah,
code,
yeah.
based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the older code. So the energy intensity of these buildings are very high. So they are less efficient, and we have more than 19,000 buildings already retrofitted. In the energy provider.
19,000.
19,000, and the target is 30,000 by 2030. Because data is the key.
Yeah.
Sharing data with the public is the key scheme.
Yeah.
It's one of the enabler of the Dubai Supreme Council. So we basically monitor the performance of these strategy that we have.
But ESG report, I think it will give a good perspective to the businesses as well, because maybe before they didn't think about it, and what is our behavior in the energy, in the some responsibilities that we have for the community, from the or sustainability features that we have.
In the whole Emirates, I think the share of green vehicle is around 4%.
4%.
Yeah, and then the target is 10% by 2030 and 100% by 2050.
Really?
Yes.
In 2050, we have all of the cars on the street should be
Yes.
EV, yes?
Light duty.
So what is the process?
First of
What
all,
will happen?
The building will go through energy audit. The auditor,
The
certified
audit
auditor.
comes from DIVA or from council, the audition. Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Kotook Talk, and we want to speak about the policies and strategies of Dubai and UAE about the energy management. So we are hosting a very honored guest today, Mr. Faisal Ali Rashid, Senior DSM Director at Dubai Supreme Council of Energy. So we have a very, very big chance to speak about the policies and what happened in the general scale of managing the energy in the UAE, especially in the future. Mr. Faisal Ali Rashid, welcome to Kotook Talk.
My pleasure to be here at this platform.
Yeah, we are going today. We want to use this chance to your presence here at the Kotook Talk. So we want to know more about we want to start about the general policies that we have right now in Dubai and UAE about the energy, producing energy, consumption of energy, management of energy, as an overview we want to have at the first. After that, we can go to the Dubai Supreme Council of Energy and what is the main mission of this council to help to achieve those targets and goals. So please start with what we have, what the government right now are going to implement in the section of energy totally.
Yeah, I think you have put many things maybe in one basket, but I'll try to cover all of them. Yeah. Yes, I think the Dubai Supreme Council of Energy is tasked by the leader to manage energy, including strategy, including setting target, including policy making and regulation, including also measurement and verification of where we are, from where we started, where we are today, and where we want to be in the future as well. So if we talk about policy landscape, it's a huge, yes, it includes mandate and directive for government entities only, and includes policy. We target all, I think, sectors, the private sectors, the publics as well. Yes, and then you mentioned also strategy. Yes, we have strategy, 2030 strategy, 2050 strategy, to align us with the bigger goal of reaching net zero by 2050. And we started this journey even before UAE making a pledge to reach net zero by 2050. We started this in
Reaching net zero by 2050.
By 2050, yes.
What does it mean exactly? What does it mean reaching net zero?
Yeah, means
The main definition, I mean,
both,
that
I
the public
think.
understand what is it exactly.
Means basically the energy that is being emitted, okay, whether from building, whether from industries, is more than the energy that is being consumed. So this is the definition of the
A balance
zero.
between the consumption
Exactly, the balance
and the production.
yeah, between emission and production. And of course, the target is to look at the supply side management, power generation, water generation, and also look at the demand side management, looking at the intensity, energy intensity of the building, energy intensity of the industries, and tackling the greenhouse emission reduction.
What is the main pillars of those strategies? So with what initiatives they want to reach those big targets? You know, the net zero target is very, very difficult to reach. As you know, there are many barriers in the community, in the society, in the culture, maybe in the business side. Everything should be managed in one basket, as you said. But what is the main pillar for this strategy?
There is a structural program that we have in Dubai. But if you ask me about the main pillar, I would say on the supply side, we have the solar production or solar energy generation. And the objective is to increase the penetration of solar energy, and that's on the supply side. And as we speak today, I think the share of solar today has crossed 20% share out of total.
Right now.
Yeah,
right now, the 20%
more
of
than
energy
20%
supply in Dubai comes from
solar on the supply
energy.
side. On top of that, also there is a distributed solar around 800 megawatt. Distributed solar means community solar,
community
rooftop,
solars.
solar rooftop.
It's separate one from, for example, the
separate than
MBR
the green.
solar park that we have that I visited. It's
Yes,
very, very
yes,
big
yes,
projects.
Yes.
And I think it has many phases to develop as well.
Exactly.
But it's this 20% is total, yes? Not
20% the supply side only, without the distributed.
without distributed. Okay, that's
solar.
what you
Exactly.
But what is the target to 22?
Target is 100% by 2050.
Oh, really?
100% of energy.
You mean 100% of energy supply should come from the clean energy, like
the clean
electricity,
energy
like
by
solar?
2050.
Yeah?
By 2050.
That's great.
By 2030, the target is to make it 30% plus, more than 30% share compared to what we have today.
Yeah.
Is around 20%.
Very nice. So the using clean energy, as you said, is one of our main policy that we have
but
now.
on top of that, there is a green transport, electrification of vehicles.
But what's the main sector that use more energy in the
building sector?
Totally. Building?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Building sector uses more energy. It accounts for 40% of greenhouse emission. The transport sectors as
How they use the buildings those amount of energy? You mean from producing the materials that we want to use in the buildings and the transport and the construction and maintenance all together? Yes.
No, if you look at Dubai, I think you see these high-rise buildings. I think they consume energy without a doubt. They have high
for
energy
maintenance.
Intensity. You cannot compare.
For cooling, for warming, for those things, you mean?
I mean, energy in general, cooling, lighting, appliances. Whether you compare a small house or you compare a high-rise building, at the end of the day, it's the same. It's just the consumption is more when it comes to bigger building or bigger asset. If you compare it to an industry, even the intensity is higher if you compare it to an industry because they have.
So you mentioned a very interesting topic for us because in Kotook we try to have more green buildings and we try to promote green buildings in the market, in the community, with the encouraging developers and owners to have more green building, to build more green building, and investors and buyers to know what is the green building, to buy green buildings and invest on it, and also the technology providers and service providers to make it easier for developers to have those services in one place. It is great that we know that we hear that the buildings are consuming the highest rate of the energy totally. So with this fact, it seems that we should have a very clear strategy to reducing the energy in building sector. What we have right now.
Yeah, again, as I said, building decarbonization is the key pillar on the demand side management. And
Decarbonization of the building.
As we speak today, we have in Dubai more than 140,000 building in Dubai. Definitely.
More than 140,000 buildings.
More than 140,000 buildings, and most of these buildings, I would say, they are designed based on the older code, the older code. So the energy intensity of these buildings are very high. So they are less efficient. So in order to tackle the existing building, I think you need to have a strong building retrofit scheme, which we have in Dubai. We started this scheme in 2016 by creating accreditation scheme for private ESCO, by making also energy performance contracts, standard energy performance contract also. So it can be used on billing scheme with DIWA as well. So as we speak today, this has been activated already, and we have more than 19,000 buildings already retrofitted in the
19,000.
19,000, and the target is 30,000 by 2030 to reach 20,000 buildings.
What is the process exactly? If I have a building, for example, I'm the owner.
If you have a building,
I want to improve it or retrofit it. Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the process? What will happen?
The building will go through energy audit. The auditor, the certified
the audit
auditor,
comes from DIVA or from council. The audition.
Again, we have accreditation scheme by Regulatory Supervisory Bureau, arm of the Dubai Supreme Council of Energy. So, accredited auditor will be able to audit a building and then gives you measures that you can.
They will tell you. They will tell you.
I think it's better if I finish, so we don't hit each other. Then they will provide you a report. Okay, this report will tell you in 5 years you'll be able to reduce your consumption by 30% or by 25% based on the opportunity, based on the audit. And then they will tell you the cost is this much, this is the cost, this is the capital investment. On top of that, also the scheme will take care of the cost, so you don't have to pay. But they will earn the money from the bill. Your bill, after the execution, will be reduced, let's say, by 30%. From this 30%, they will maintain.
They will come back.
Yeah, they'll maintain it to cover their cost, and then by end of the period, like 5 years, you'll be able to save.
Really? Yeah. 5 years is enough to cover those costs.
5 years depends on the building type. Depends on the building. Could be 2 years, could be 5 years, could be 7 years. It depends on the audit report.
Okay, that is very great. That's just great that we have the comprehensive solution that comes from the audition. That is very, very, very effective way that we can convert our building to most energy efficient buildings. So right now, I think if it started 2016, you said.
Yeah, the scheme started in 2006. I told you that you have to have an accreditation scheme. You have to have energy performance contract.
Which type of
buildings? You have to have a market as well. The executor who can do
which kind of buildings are more interested to come to this plan right now? The residential one or commercial?
I will tell you, we started first with the public building, which is government building. We started first through mandate. We issued a mandate for government to reduce their consumption. This is to create the market, basically. In order to do anything, you have to create the market first. So we were able to start with the government building first. It started, it got activated, and today we have more than 1,000, maybe 600 government building already retrofitted as we speak today. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, it's not 1,000, maybe more than 7,000.
7,000 governmental building
equivalent, government building equivalent have been retrofitted out of 19,000, which is total in Dubai. So this is government lead by example, we call it. government lead by example.
So after retrofit and have reaching the better efficiency, they will give, they will take some certificate or some labels or something else or not?
Yeah, I mean, the completion certificate. We don't have a labeling scheme, which is, gold or for existing building, but we have it for the new building. For the new building.
For new building, you will give?
Yeah, there is
the
already
label.
by Dubai municipality, what we call it SAFA, which is Energy
SAFA.
Star Rating. Energy Star Rating. Gold, silver, and so on, and platinum if it's
It's come from the Dubai
Dubai
municipality.
municipality, yes.
The one of the most important part of this is energy.
Yeah, this is for new building. If you
For
build
new
a new
buildings.
building, of course, you have to comply with the new code. The new code.
All new buildings should go to this plan as SAFAT certification, or not? Is not
this is
mandatory.
everywhere in the whole world, you have to have a municipal body. No one can just go and build. You have to basically apply for a permit.
When I want to take a permit from the municipality,
this is anywhere in the
have
world.
to.
It's not in Dubai. Anywhere, Dubai. I mean, the municipal body is responsible for basically building.
But most of the municipalities doesn't have their own certification standards or system.
Yeah,
but I heard that Dubai have that.
Dubai has it. Abu Dhabi has it.
Abu Dhabi has it. Istidama, I think.
Istidama, yes.
That is great.
Yeah.
So it's, I think, it's should be similar to the global certification systems for the green buildings.
Yeah, I would call it label, not certification.
It's just label.
Labeling, yeah. It's the same, but it's better to say label.
Label.
The certificate means anything. Could be completion certificate, could be initial certificate, but labeling, it gives it more value.
It is possible to give those labeling to existing building after retrofit, after addition.
Yeah, this is the plan. It's intended to have existing building as well labeled. This is the plan.
Because it will encourage the owners to retrofit, to improve their buildings about the energy efficiency.
Fully agree.
Despite of having economical benefits that you said, after 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, this cost will return to the owner.
But the benefit,
the benefit.
Yeah.
But if we can add this label, so in the market, when the building has an energy label, after a while, it should be valuable to the market. They can have a benefit from this label.
Definitely.
They can leverage on this. So it will be great if we have for existing buildings. So it seems that in the near future, very soon we have those kind of initiatives in the UAE. We try to, but right now, you think we have an open data for energy consumption right now for the buildings? Open data. Those measurements will done. After those data will shows how much is this building energy efficiency. Is there those kind of data, or is not open data to public? Or
I will tell you. I think every year, because data is the key. Sharing data with the public is the key scheme. It's one of the enabler of the Dubai Supreme Council. So we basically monitor the performance of this strategy that we have, whether it is new building, whether it is existing building, whether it is district cooling, whether it is recycled water, whether it is green transport. Every year we publish a report, and we have a scheme. We collect the data.
Great.
From the key energy program owner. And at the end of, I think, at the beginning of the year or middle of the year, whenever we collect the data and whenever we're ready to publish the report, we will have some of the key elements, including how many buildings are being complied with the new code, how many buildings have been retrofitted, the intensity of the building, how many green vehicles in the Emirates of Dubai this year and total as well, how many charging points we have in the Emirates, the share of recycled water in the whole total resources, the efficiency rate or factor of district cooling plants, the share of district cooling plant in the Emirates. So this is something that we issue every year with the public based on whether we are ahead of the game, whether we are ahead of the target. It will tell us whether we're behind the target. But so far, we've been ahead of the target since we started the strategy. Yes, for all our program.
Oh, good news.
The performance is, I think, is pretty good, and we are ahead of the program as we speak. But as we approach 2030, I think things will get more difficult, more challenging. On top of that, just to finish this, I would say also there are many efforts by Emirates Green Building Council, by other, to compare similar building, to compare hotels with other hotels, to compare school with other schools, to compare shopping malls as well.
In terms of
comparing the intensity of, let's say, 20 or 30 hotels. I think you can find them on their website. Okay, you find this sort of study, which is very interesting. It gives you some
a comparison system for the buildings.
Yeah,
based on energy.
Similar typology. You cannot compare a hospital to a shopping mall.
Yeah.
It's a similar typology. So this gives a better understanding to the hotel owners, to the school owners, to the shopping malls.
Where is their position?
Exactly. Are they among the top 10 in terms of performance? Are they among the worst 10%? Are they an average, among the average performer?
I saw something in our bills from Diva, our homes.
Yeah.
I saw something that it tell you that how much is your energy consumption rate, and what is your position. You are in the average, higher than average, less, and how you can consume the energy better. Should be noticed about this. That's really good.
I think it's part of the awareness. It's good to educate the public.
It was interesting for me
that
Diva tries to give awareness about your habits about energy consumption.
They lead this effort in terms of making the public aware energy performance.
I saw something about the EV chargers, EV cars. I think Dubai and UAE has a very effective plan to have more EV cars. Can you tell us about this?
Yeah, I think it's two things. You have to look at the penetration of electric vehicle on one side, and then you have to ensure that the public charging points are available. So we have to look at two things based on the number. So as we speak today, there are more than 1,000 charging points in the Emirates of Dubai. Public charging point, I'm talking about. There are
that's owned by the private sector.
Public means accessible to anybody. This is public. Private parking and private charging point at villas, there are 1,000 of them available. So 1,000 of them also available. And we're not counting these. We're counting the public charging because some people live in an apartment or live in
100.
They don't have access maybe to private charging points.
1,000, you said?
Crossing 1,000 as we speak today, and the target is 2,500 by 2030. 2,500 by 2030.
So right now the taxis, I think most of them, I see a lot of taxis that are EV.
Yes, EV and hybrid.
Yes. Hybrid, yes, and they increasing.
Continuing.
It's
a good business model. Cost effective as well.
For having
life of ownership as well. If you look at the whole ownership life of a car, I think it's more economical to buy EV, especially for light duty vehicle.
Because of the cost of fuel right now, and the crisis also we have. Sometimes it's changing the price, but I think it could be a good chance to transfer to transit to the EV cars.
I think as we speak today, the share of green vehicle in government fleet in Dubai crossed 23% out of total. Let's say total cars that is owned by the government, around 40,000. Let's say around 40,000. So 23% of them are green, between hybrid and which is good. In the whole Emirates, I think the share of green vehicle is around 4%.
4%.
Yeah, and then the target is 10% by 2030 and 100% by 2050.
Really?
Yes.
In 2050, we have all of the cars on the street should be EV, yes?
Light duty vehicle.
So but I heard that the big issue for the EV cars is to find EV charger stations or something. What we can do for this to distribute more EV chargers in the city?
I think it is happening. We just addressed it. It is happening already. I think just if you go 5 years ago, we hardly have like 200 charging point, and today it's crossed 1,000. And by 2030,
It should be grow together.
we will cross to 2,500, and by 2050 even more will be everywhere charging point.
Sir Faisal, can you tell us about some initiatives that you have in terms of raising awareness about the energy in the public? What do you think? What we can do to change the habit of energy in the city?
Yeah, in terms of intervention, there are two things. One is the awareness and the education, okay? And this is happening through summit, through communication, different type of communication that we...
Like our podcast.
Whether you use podcast, summit, conferences, I think even through different means like SMS, consumer receive SMS from the energy provider, telling them about their performance and their energy performance, etc. So the awareness maybe will influence 5% of the reduction. But on top of that comes policy. Policy will have more influence. Yeah, because you're mandated to do this, you're mandated to do that, then you're mandated to basically comply with the new building code, which is gold. So the intensity of the building, let's say, will be a lot less. So the consumption is going to be a lot less. You're mandated, let's say, to buy an electric vehicle. So the emission will be zero. So the policy has more influence than the awareness, but they go together. And also the investment, the capital investment, the infrastructure, like charging point, like recycled water, plant using recycled water instead of using desalinated water, which is very expensive, which emits more greenhouse emission. So for recycled water, the share of recycled water in Dubai is also moving positively. It's around 30%, more than 30% the share of recycled water in the total water resources. Between desal, groundwater, and also recycled water.
Very nice. Okay, so for the last thing that we want to talk about, it's what you see and what we have to do. In terms of industry, we forgot to mention. Industry section, what happened there? It's because I see the UAE is going to be more industrialized. So the industry consume energy maybe higher than the community, the residential section or commercial section. There is anything that's have a game changer in that side, I mean?
Yeah, excellent question, Sir Jawed. And tell you, the share of industries in Dubai is around 10%, okay? But it's important. We cannot say it's not important.
Just 10%?
Then out of total...
I thought it's
in Abu Dhabi maybe more because of the oil and gas industry. But in Dubai, if you do not count aluminum...
Energy, you mean electricity, yes?
Both electricity and water, and emission, of course, the whole thing. So, yes, but it's important to address industrial entities because I think the intensity based on a footprint of an industry is more than the building. The footprint of in terms of emission, in terms of consumption use as well is more. So it's important to address this. And as we speak today, solar will not be able to address heavy industries. We know that because
the type of the system.
As I said, it's a heavy industry. It is more dense. It is more condensed, and so on. So you have to have other solution, maybe hydrogen in the future. This is something being studied, being aggressively studied, I would say, to come and maybe replace the diesel, make it more viable and usable.
And I think this year all industries and businesses should have an ESG report to say what happened in that section, in all businesses. I think this year should be mandatory for all the section to have ESG report.
Yeah.
How is it?
I wouldn't say
it helps.
I wouldn't say mandatory because we just started. We have a program now under DSM, under the Vice Supreme Council of Energy, belong to the industry. So we're just starting to collect, to understand different type of industries because industry is not like building. It's similar. No, different industry had different challenge, different typology, different features,
Yeah.
whether it is oil and gas, whether it is food, whether it is aluminum, whether it is glass industries, steel industry. So there are maybe hundreds type of industries. So it's more challenging, and all of them are more intense compared to building. So I think we'll go gradually toward, reaching, understanding the behavior of the industrial entities, and then coming up with maybe with some sort of soft mandate or guidelines before we get into sort of policy.
Mm-hmm. But ESG report, I think it will give a good perspective to the businesses as well, because maybe before they didn't think about it, and what is our behavior in the energy, in the some responsibilities that we have for the community, from the or sustainability features that we have about consumption of fuel, anything.
Yeah.
So I think ESG report is a good start for changing in the business sector.
And it has to make sense economically. I think when you say, when you talk about emission, talk about sustainability, I think people will react when you say it's cost effective, it is economically benefiting your asset. I think this is important.
You mean when the sustainability is economic?
Yeah, and it is
automatically will grow.
It is indeed economic. You just have to look at the.
But the people should know
the life of the total life of ownership. You have to look at this.
Thank you, Mr. Faisal Ali Rashid, for being today with us, and we enjoyed a lot talking with you. And please give us the closing remarks for this.
Thank you again for having me here, Mr. Jaweed. I was very pleased with this podcast. I think this is part of our responsibility to reach the public, as we go further toward achieving our objective of sustainability goal in the future. And again, thank you very much. And I was very happy to be at this platform.
Thanks again, and see you on the next episode of Kotook Talk. Goodbye.